Find product links below and hundreds more videos on my channel.
Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be taking a look at the LED CD1000WS, which is a 100-watt LED light from China, which costs you around £135, and we're going to be comparing it to the Argos Super Floor Lamp, which I have no idea what it's called, but I'll put a link down below. I think you can get it on eBay and from Argos themselves. And what? Why would I compare these two? Well, they both make very lovely decorative floor lamps. Let's take a look. I mean, so that was partially a joke, but I'm not sure if it fully is a joke. Let's take a look. So with this light, you sort of get what you pay for, but you sort of don't get what you pay for because they don't give you what they promise. Let's turn it on and take a look. So first of all, I'm going to show you it on there in a second, but first of all, let's take a look and see whether the 100-watt rating that this is supposed to have is true. Don't mess around with electric like I'm doing here, because I know what I'm doing and I know that I'm doing it safely. So 0.18 amps, which means that the wattage here is 45 watts and a little bit. It's not a 100-watt light, and the light output tells the same story. So they're selling it as 100 watts, and it's not. So whether that's an issue for you or not, I mean, it's still not a terrible light output, it's still not a terrible light, but it's not what you pay for. Now, the light's build is pretty okay. I mean, it's big, it's heavy, it's kind of clunky. It's around 4 kilograms, more than I would take to a shoot with me. But inside the studio, it doesn't bother me that much. I mean, it's just kind of clunky, and it's kind of heavy to work with. I do still enjoy working with lighter lights more. Now, the barn doors on here are not amazing, but they do work. They are very helpful. I did have to adjust them to get them to stay in place. Another thing is that it just makes a lot of noise. I don't like that. This sort of U-shape bar that's holding it. I mean, that's okay. It works. It sort of holds it in place fairly well. It's not going to win any awards, and it does add weight, of course, but it's fine. Now, we do have the on-off button here, and there's no dimmer. There's just a little fuse thing to replace the fuse. This thing does not dim, which for me is just doesn't make it ideal to work with, and yeah, I actually wouldn't have bought it if I knew it didn't dim. I thought this was a dimmer in the photos. The connection here to the stand isn't that great, but it holds. I mean, it's just slightly too large for a standard light stand, so it just sort of sits over the entire thing and just is a little bit loose, but it still holds. It's fine. And then the barn doors are removable. It does come with some removable diffusers. And let's take a look at the light output from this. So we're going to be turning off these lights, and we've got a light that is pretty okay with the diffuser, not quite as good without it. We're getting a little bit too much color fringing for my taste, which should ideally not have any color fringing, but color fringing isn't going to be a terrible issue for most kinds of subject. Most of the time it's not actually, it's going to show up on a white piece of paper, but not that much on a real subject. It's just kind of going to sort of blend in, even if it's in the middle of the shot some of the time. So it's not ideal. Now, the barn doors do work not that well. We still have some lines and stuff there. It does improve when we add the diffuser, and it does give us quite a nice controllable light. So we can do, we can control it quite well with the barn doors. Now, with regards to its, what it's supposed to do is supposed to be focusable. So here we are at maximum focus, and then here we are at maximum wide, and it's just, if you call that focusable, well. So here it is again with the diffuser. I'm pretty sure that's like, I think that's like 6 inches of movement from, edge to edge. So I couldn't tell you that. I personally would not call that focusable. This light is wasting a huge amount of space and metal on something that really isn't needed. It doesn't have a fan in it, so there's no noise happening right here. Now, just for comparison of both noise and power output, let's take a look at a light that gives us little something more like 100 watts. So that's quite a big difference. And this is the 100 watt LED from Super Flash. I should give you an idea of both the noise that you would get with a fan unit, which I hate, and the light output. So again, we're not getting the 100 watts that we're paying for with this light. And right in the center of here we have the diffuser off and we have the light focused in. We are getting 2000 lux right there. So that 2000 lux is, well, it's not amazing, it's not terrible. There it is diffused with a 5-foot umbrella up there, and that's shining towards me. And then here we have a side light. So if you wanted to light up a subject with a side light, that's bouncing off there, off that wall, giving me a nice big soft light onto the right side of my face. Again, a pretty common use for a light like this. Nice big soft light above me. Again, these barn doors coming in very useful. So there we are, nice big soft light right above me. So again, a pretty good use for this light. So as you can see, this light isn't terrible to work with. It's not terribly weak, it's not terribly anything. It's just not that great, and they're not giving you what they promise. But within the studio, it's not that bad. And then the barn doors do help, but in my opinion, there are better options. But very different, and it really just depends on your use. So I couldn't tell you that you definitely should or shouldn't buy one of these. You just have to be okay with the quirks, with the weight, with the complete lack of dimmability, but a light that's still not that bad. Still a light that could potentially have uses, and the fact that it's quiet and gives a lot of power for that silence, during that silence, unlike a lot of other high power LED lights, and doesn't use up that much electric and that sort of thing. So it does have its plus points too. I don't find that it's good enough for its weight to be carried out to shoots. Within my studio, could have some use. So, and like I said, it's a very pretty golden decorative floor lamp. I mean, who wouldn't want a Hollywood looking floor lamp like this, especially if you don't like money. If you don't like money, then this could be a great way to spend £135. And you're like, these floor lamps are just not expensive enough. I want to spend my money, and I want to spend it now. You could use this as a floor lamp. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my other videos. I'll see you soon. Bye.